But we also have to speak on this. Leviathan is coming out the ocean. The Heavenly Father's great, powerful, mighty beast. His mighty creature is going to be released on America, and on Esau. Esau is going to have to face Leviathan, who the world calls Godzilla, the Loch Ness monster, the fire-breathing dragon. You look at that as science fiction or fairy tale. No, that's actually real. And Esau has the records. He knows this creature exists. And he can't catch this creature, because this creature is beyond his understanding. And when this Lord releases Leviathan, it's going to blow the whole world's mind away to see this great, powerful beast destroy, bring death and destruction, This is Psalms 104 and 24. O Lord, how mindful are thy works, and wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches. So is this great and wide sea, wherein are things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. So you got things creeping innumerable, both small and great beasts. You got crabs in the ocean, fishes, catfish, whales, the dolphins, seals. You got all types of beasts that swim inside the ocean that the Heavenly Father created. But you have one beast that's ruler over them all. There go the ships. There is that Leviathan whom thou hast made to play therein. So Leviathan actually plays with ships. Famine and death. All these are created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts. Teeth of wild beasts. Leviathan is an actual beast that lives in the ocean with very sharp teeth, which we're going to get into the detail of Leviathan. It says teeth of wild beasts and scorpions and serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. So the Heavenly Father is going to put the spirit on Leviathan to come out the ocean to bring destruction to the wicked, And whether you believe it or not, you don't have to believe. But when it's actually in your face and you face with it, it's a reality. Hell, you might just drop dead like we read. Men's hearts fell in there for fear and for looking after those things that shall be coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So a lot of you people, when you see Leviathan, you're going to drop dead just off the sight of seeing Leviathan, This is Wisdom of Solomon 11. Wisdom of Solomon 11 and 17. For thy almighty hand that have made the world of matter without frame, it says, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke. So it says newly created. The Heavenly Father has newly created creatures that he's going to release, breathing either a fiery vapor, breathing out fire, because Leviathan can actually breathe fire out of his mouth, or filthy scents of smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes. So what type of beast? I've never seen no beast like that. You know what that's going to do to you people when you actually see that? Whereof not only the horn might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them. So the terrible sight of Leviathan is going to utterly destroy you. That's how terrible this beast is upon, And you Esau, you're going to be faced with fighting Leviathan, coming against Leviathan. And then this is Job 41 and 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with a hook, or his tongue with a cord when thou lettest down? So the Heavenly Father's being sarcastic. Esau, you got all these creatures in your zoo. You got all these creatures locked up. But can you lock up Leviathan? Can you go fishing? Can you go fishing Leviathan? Don't cast out your cord and catch a Leviathan? Can thou put a hook into his nose, or bore his jaw with a thorn? Will he make supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? Like I was saying, you got these zoo animals as servants. Can you take Leviathan as a servant forever? Can you put him in a zoo? No. You can't catch this beast. And if you do run across this beast, you're going to be utterly destroyed, Just by looking at the beast, you're going to be terrified, How much more when you got to be faced with him destroying your ships, destroying your battle cruisers, shooting fire on you. Hey, oh man, that's some fairy tale form. That's that Godzilla shit. Well, Godzilla is real. Are we reading about it? It's Leviathan. And you're going to have to face this, Esau. Wilt thou play with him as with a bird, or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons, or his head with the fish spears? Lay thy hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? Like we were saying, matter of fact, I'm going to read that back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verse 19. Wherefore not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed him. So you, Leviathan, is so terrible of a beast to look upon, you're going to pretty much give up the ghost off just looking at him. How much more having to deal with him, his power, you know? This is Job 41:9. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? So you're going to be cast down just by looking at this terrible beast. And this is from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shema Shai, that he's going to release on America. Leviathan will come out the ocean and fuck shit up. Job 41:10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? Who have prevented me that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. So the Heavenly Father is not going to conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. He's going to give him the order to come out that ocean, you know, and fuck shit up. Because the Heavenly Father is the only one that can release Leviathan. And he's going to give the order on the spirits created for vengeance to hop on Leviathan to come out and bring vengeance to the wicked. Job 41:13. Who can discover the face of his garment, or who can come to him with his double bridle? Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. So his teeth are terrible to look upon. Sharp teeth, like we read in Sirach 39. Spirits created for vengeance, teeth of wild beasts. It says his teeth are terrible round about. His scales are his pride, shut up together as with a closed seal. So his scales are sealed shut as with a closed seal. So his scales are sealed shut, you know. It says one is so near to another that no air can come between them. So that's how his scales are. They're shut tight. The air can't even seep between them, you know. They are joined one to another. They stick together that cannot be sundered. By his sneezings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. So his eyes actually glow. He actually has glowing eyes. What type of creature? We never seen this, you know, besides the movies. What type of creature is this? You know, and this is what you're gonna have to face, Esau. It says, out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks leap out. So he actually can breathe fire. Just like you see that Godzilla, he blows that fire out. Well, Leviathan breathe. They got that concept from the scriptures. Leviathan actually breathes fire. Out of his nostrils goes smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. His breath kindle of coals, and a flame go up out of his mouth. So he blows fire, you know. In his neck remain of strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. So destroying Esau's ships, seeing his tanks get blown up to pieces, that's going to bring actual joy to Leviathan. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves. They cannot be moved. His heart is firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of nether millstone. So his heart is as firm as a stone. When he rises up himself, the mighty are afraid. So when he comes out the ocean, even the mighty are going to be afraid. Esau is going to be terrified. You're going to be on your battleships, your cruisers, and you're going to be faced with Leviathan. By reason of his breakings, they purify themselves. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold the spear, the dart, nor the hargabord. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. So iron is like straw to Leviathan. And you know straw is nothing. You can easily break straw up. So that's how iron is to Leviathan. Iron is nothing. It says, and brass is rotten wood. You know, rotten wood breaks easily. So that's brass and iron is what